machine learning. So the big data is fed to a computer, the computer learns, then it becomes intelligent as a human being. That's what we are calling artificial intelligence. And therefore, it enables the computer to do work that was previously done by humans with utmost efficacy and accuracy, yeah? So it is by far much better than humans on some things. So it can help you do things that would require huge human resource to do. So a good example, if you are looking at my picture right now, AI can do the work used to be done by people who do Photoshop, removing the background that is behind me and remaining with the picture and using it on my poster. So that used to take almost 5 minutes to cut an image to remove the background. Now within a second, as we shall see, you can have the image cut and you can become a Photoshop developer, a Photoshop designer without actually learning Photoshop, because machine learning will help you. Then the other thing that we really need to talk about before we go in is what is internet? How does it work? Most people go to their mobile phones, they start a mobile app, let's say WhatsApp or Zoom that we are on, but they really don't know what actually happens. When you dial *144#, what actually happens that you are able to know the balance of your airtime in Kenya. So what actually happens? So if I don't know whether the slides are moving on your screens, if we can go to slide number 2, is it the one on your screen?
Not yet projected, sorry. A little bit of challenges, but I'm projecting right away.
Okay, kindly. Okay.
I think you can be going on as I get sorted. My network has a problem, kidogo. Kindly.
Okay. So maybe I can be explaining what internet is as he gets it done. So think of this. When you write a document, let's say a Word document, a Microsoft Word document, you normally save it somewhere, normally in your computer. So let's say you create a folder. I guess most of you know how to create folders in the phone, or in the computer or a phone. So you create a folder and you save that information in the folder. There is a path that is created. Sometimes you see when you try to open the document, you go to your desktop, then you go to my folders, then you go to the exact folder, then you open a certain page, let's say a Word document. That Word document, imagine it as a website. Website is basically something like Microsoft Word document with a bit of difference. So when a developer sits down and creates that web page, not by writing like the way you do on Word, but using other languages in quotes, what happens is that that page needs to be saved somewhere where people can access it. So normally what used to happen some time back, you would find that, let's say like colleges, universities, and government institutions would create what they used to call server rooms. So they built huge rooms where they had computers. Oh, awesome. I think now we can have the look at it. Now, if you look at your screen, now we can go on well. You can see that I created a folder in my computer. And if you can look clearly, you can see a logo somewhere. It is saved in a computer. If you look above it, there is a path to that file. Now, that's exactly how the internet works. Assume this logo is what is our website. I need to store it somewhere where people can access it all over the world. And how we do it is very easy. We have companies that specifically provide computers for us to save websites. Because as I mentioned, is that previously we had companies building their own server rooms. So imagine I want the website of Loyal Youth Mentorship Program to be visible to people at any time. I'll need a computer that is on 24/7, that is connected to the internet 24/7, and in case it fails or the place where the computer is vandalized, there is another computer running. So that brings a huge challenge to companies. It will be very costly for a single company to host its own data unless it is very big. So we have some companies we call hosting companies, and we shall talk about them, that provide hosting spaces. So you rent a small space, let's say 500 MB space, 1 GB space, or 1 TB space, depending on the size of your company. Now, then that computer where your website is saved, people need to know it. And normally each computer has what we call the IP address. So an IP address goes something like 1.192.50.72 times this, something that is not easy for human beings to remember. So what actually happens is we have what we call the domains. So when we have a domain is something like www.google.com. When you key in www.google.com, there is a lot that happens in the background that knows that this person is going to this certain computer seated somewhere, and then is sending this request. Then it connects and opens the file, if you are allowed to, the file that you are requesting. And that's basically how the internet works. So you request from your mobile app or from your browser or your mobile app, anything, you go to a website or a link, it identifies the computer and then picks the file and sends back to you where you can view it. So in the course of that process, from you to the host, there are a huge number of opportunities that we are going to talk about. And we are going to be super specific so that we don't spend so much time, and so that by tomorrow anyone can start making a few coins. So there are many opportunities, development, reselling, and all that, and we shall look at them. So basing on the class you had on Tuesday, we can start from there and go to something we call content development. People call it blogging sometimes. I think you've seen what they call memes, or you call them memes. Memes. You've seen posters. The content like this one that Matthew is the slides that I have created for this class. You've seen the poster that was created for inviting you to this meeting. All those are content. You've seen people who are doing weddings are creating what they are calling e-cards. So they make an invitation card that is shared on social media, WhatsApp, Facebook, and all that. That one creates for us opportunities. There are so many people who can create such content, either for social media or for professional purposes. A good example of a professional purpose is something like a business card, company profiles, and company profiles, letterheads, brochures, all those, so many things that businesses are looking to have. If you look at all businesses, colleges, politicians, and all those people, every special day or a holiday, they do a poster with their photo, wishing people Merry Christmas, Easter holidays, messages, Ramadan messages, and all those. All those contents, they pay people to do them. And you can easily do them. You don't need to study Photoshop at all. That's the good thing. There is a very nice website called canva.com. I think you can see it on your screen. When you log in to canva.com, you can log in with your Gmail or your Facebook account. You'll be able to create any design of anything without any Photoshop knowledge. Then they give you what they call templates. So for instance, you want to do a Facebook post. So from that, from Canva, you just click, I want to create a Facebook post. It knows the exact sizes of the right size of a Facebook post. Then it gives, then you can add your photos and all that. So I challenge you, go to canva.com, try to create designs and all that. What I may tell you is that I have been doing business of developing content. So sometimes I just go to a politician, I tell them that I can do content for you every special day. So you'll need to pay me 3,000 per month so that anytime there is an event, you'll be having content. You don't have to worry about it. So you get some people who are ready to pay the money. And with that, you can get some good income. To do a simple poster, like a holiday message poster, you'll find that it will take you 5 minutes to do. And the good thing with canva.com, you don't need a computer. You can download the app on your mobile phone, either Android or iOS, and you'll be able to do that work as you wait in queues somewhere. That's good about Canva. Just try it. Let's move on to the next slide. Okay, before we go to SMS and USSD, let me mention something about Canva. You'll notice that when developing content, you need images, photos. Sometimes you are doing a post or a poster for a hospital. You need a doctor seated with a patient. There are websites where you can get very high resolution photos. Some are free, some you pay for them. A good example of a free source of pictures is pixabay.com. Pixabay.com. And you just go to it. There is Shutterstock, there is Unsplash, and all that. I have seen somebody asking, how do you make money from memes? Yes, it is possible. Number one, I've told you there is all these politicians who need content. Content to build their names and content to defame others. So basically you will, okay. So you'll find that they want something like, I think you've seen somewhere in Twitter, Dustbin 2022, where the heads of certain politicians are put in dustbins. So somebody is paid to do that work. I think you've seen the president, a little bit fattened with some dreadlocks. Somebody is paid to do that and all that. So in that case, you can make money from that. Somebody is asking, some people are asking, me to remind them the website where you can get free pictures. It is called pixabay.com. P-I-X, X, 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 Y, X, the last one, the X, Pixar, Pixabay, pixabay.com. And there is an, yes, correct, the one that somebody is posting, yes, Matthew is posting, pixabay.com. There is another one called Unsplash, UNSPLASH, unsplash.com. You can get free pictures from there. And we shall talk about, yes, correct, unsplash.com. We shall talk about another one called Shutterstock. Don't worry, we shall have a look at it later when we are looking at how you can make money from that website. Let's go to SMS and USSD, and email too. I think most of you have received SMSs from your church. You have received an SMS from your college. You have received an SMS from M-Pesa or Safaricom itself, or a politician, or all such. Now, one thing you notice about these SMSs is that they come with certain name, like M-Pesa comes with a name M-Pesa, not a number, even if you have not saved their contact. It's a number, it's an SMS that you cannot reply to. Now, these SMSs, they are called where you receive the message from is normally called the alphanumeric code. So let's say M-Pesa. Now, these SMSs can really earn you money. Let me show you how. Number one, you know your church. Maybe the pastor sends SMS through his phone number or the secretary's phone number. Sometimes you have a school that doesn't have an SMS system. There are companies in Kenya that provide SMS services. So normally, for a church, let's say you have approached a church, or let's say you have approached loyal mentorship program, and they want to be sending SMSs with maybe a short code like RYMP. What happens, you can charge them 1 shilling per SMS. Now, you'll find that that SMS, once you are sending it, you'll not be charged 1 shilling. You'll be charged, let's say, 0.5 shillings, 0.3 shillings, sometimes 0.6, around that much. But you sell it to people. So let's say I go to a church or loyal mentorship program. I tell them I'm doing this SMS for you. I'll be charging you 1 shilling per SMS. What happens is that every time they send an SMS, I will be earning something small, the margin. If I bought the SMS at 0.6, if I negotiated the SMS at 0.6 shillings, I make 0.4 shillings. Now, the good thing is this. Normally, when these organizations are sending SMSs, they don't just send one SMS as a small SMS. If you look at when you send SMSs, if you send a short SMS of less than 106 characters, it is counted as 1 SMS. If you send a longer SMS, it's counted as 2 SMSs, up to around 6 SMSs. So if a church is notifying people of an upcoming Harambee, you'll find that every person will receive a message that is counted as 3-4 SMSs. Now assume that that church has 200 members. What will happen is that you'll have in 1 week, by sending 1 SMS, the church will have sent around 1,000 SMSs. Even if you are making 0.3 shillings from each SMS, that is 300 shillings that is passive. Forever, whenever that church sends the SMS, you'll be making some money. There are several companies that provide those SMS services, including Techmatic. So at the end of the slides, there will be my number. In case you need SMSs, we can resell to you. Now, there is also what we call USSD. I think most of you don't know what it stands for, but I think if I tell you what is USSD, you can understand it. USSD, when you dial star 144 hash, when you dial star 544 hash, that is USSD. There are companies that need those services. A good example, I think, is Petans. You have heard them talk of register online. So you dial star 483 or something hash, then you register. So there are colleges that want that. There are companies that need that. I think I'll talk about email towards the end of the class. So for this one, for SMS and USSD, just look at what are called PRS, Premium Rate Service Providers in the country. There are quite a number who can sell you SMS at cheaper price. Then they will give you a dashboard where your customers will be logging in and send SMSs. Your customers will not see the company, but will see you, will see your company. So it works very well. With around 10,000, you are able to start the business. And it makes money over time. So some of them include Infobip. Infobip is international. There is Africa Restalking. There is Advanta SMS. There is Techmatic, that is us, and all that. So try it, and I think there are quite a number of people who are doing that. Many people call it bulk SMS. Try it, and you'll see it too. Good, we can move to the next slide. Or before we go to the next slide, go to the next one, the other one, okay, next, we shall come to that one after some time. Okay, on slide 2, we talked about pictures, and we talked of Pixabay and Unsplash.com. Those ones are free. And what you'll notice, they will not have very many pictures, very many images, no. But there is one website that has millions of pictures. It is called shutterstock.com, the one on your screen. Now, what happens is that photographers and creators post photos there. A good example is I think you've seen the billboards in town where they are posting about a hospital, an accident or anything. Those people don't look for models and then take their photos. No. If you look at a politician who has posted a picture of students and wishing them success, they didn't actually take pictures of students. If you look at, which another example? If you look at the newspapers or magazines, you'll see them discussing marriages and all those things. Those people don't pay models to do the work. They go to shutterstock.com and buy a picture from them. A picture in Shutterstock goes for around $1, around 120 shillings there. So that creates an opportunity for us. If you have a camera, you can take pictures of virtually anything. Students, a dirty house, dirty couches, a wrecked car, fish, flowers. There will be somebody looking to buy that. Think of this. There is a company somewhere in or a magazine somewhere that is doing an article about poor sanitation in Africa. They need a picture of sewage water flowing around the road. There is a company doing a website about animals. There is a company that is selling rabbits. So they will not go take photos of rabbits. They will go to Shutterstock and buy a picture of rabbit. If you post a picture in Shutterstock, for every download, you get around 30 shillings. What does it mean? If you post 10 pictures and each of them gets, let's say, 100 downloads in a month, you have some good cash. And it will continue like that forever until that, forever, as long as that picture is on Shutterstock. Once it is downloaded, another person can buy it still again. So it gives you a very nice opportunity. If you have a camera or you can invest in one, there is a huge opportunity there. So we can go back to the other slide. Then we talk about software reseller. Software reseller, I know most of you are not software developers. Yes, Shutterstock, the one that Ruth is posting, but as one word, not as two words, Shutterstock. Okay, software reseller. Software reseller, I know most of you are not developers, that you don't know about software and all that. But you have been to school where they need to do timetable system, a school management system, an accounting system. You have gone to hospitals that need an accounting system, a patient management system. You have all these mini-marts that are coming up that need point of sale systems to install in their computers. Now, let me tell you a secret that you didn't know. If you go to a school or a college, you'll find they have a school management system. Some of them, the system was sold to them at around 40,000, 50,000, sometimes even 100,000. And the funny thing, they also pay what they call a maintenance fee per year. So you'll find a school is paying 10,000 maintenance fee per year. I don't know what maintenance actually means. But if you really want to get into this business, there is this website called codecanyon.net. I think it's on your screens. Codecanyon.net. On codecanyon.net, you'll find thousands of softwares that are selling at a very cheap price. So you'll find a school management system selling at around 5,000 shillings. You'll find that an e-commerce system selling at 4,000 or 6,000 shillings. So all you need to do is to buy it, download it. Then the people who sell you the software, they normally call them the plugins, will help you in installing the system. So you don't need to know anything. And by the time you have installed 2, 3, 4, 4, you are good to do it on your own. So you just buy a school management system, download it, install it in your computer or you are hosting somewhere. Go show colleges and schools, they buy it. You buy for them another code. Normally, you cannot duplicate it because it has keys that prevent that. So you go get a school, buy another one worth 5,000, sell it at 40,000, and so you sell to them 40,000 shillings, 50,000 shillings. Then charge them something normally called maintenance fee. Maintenance fee is something like you can call me for questions and I'll answer them. So don't worry. If they ask you a difficult question, you can always ask on Code Canyon, the person who sold you the code, and they will answer the question. It is part of the price that you pay. So they make profit by selling many times. So somebody posts a school management system for 5,000 shillings, but sells it to 2,000 people, making 1,000,000 shillings. So they leverage on volume. So it's not like the software is substandard. And normally on each code, you can see the reviews and you can see how people are commenting about that software. Good, let's go next. I think you can try it. When I was starting, I used to make some good cash. I used to make really good cash because I would walk to colleges, tell them I can make for you a college management system, then buy it, then sell to them at 30,000. I would get somebody who wants an e-commerce website, and I would charge them 40,000. Then I go to Code Canyon, download an e-commerce management system with a front part shop and sell to them. I buy it at 6,000 and sell it. And it works very well. Now, next is the udemy.com. They have also a mobile app that you should download. They offer lessons. They teach various things. So they are teachers. So somebody comes and records a lesson, guitar lessons, baking classes, software development, something like photography classes, design, anything you think of, Swahili, French, or anything. And those classes some of them are quite long. There are some that are 3 hours long. There are some that are as huge as 50 hours. And now those classes, so you buy a course at around 1,000, 1,200. Ignore the warning that they will give you that the course normally sells at 20,000, but it is selling for 1,200 for the next 10 hours or so. It will be like that forever. So they normally sell the courses at around 1,200. So you can buy courses there. If you want to learn something and become a real professional, go to udemy.com. Now, something else about Udemy now, because we are talking about how to make money on the internet. Udemy.com allows people to record and sell sell courses. So there is something that you know how to do. Let's say, for instance, you know baking, you know how to play guitar, you know Kiswahili, hii yenye tunazungumza. I was checking the Swahili classes, and I noted that some people had lessons running for around 2 hours, and they had around 500 students. So for every course that you post, Udemy will be paying you around 300 shillings per student who buys the course. So you can imagine if you have 1,000 students, you already have your 300,000 shillings made. So you teach anything. There is somebody, the good thing with the internet is that there is somebody willing to buy anything, virtually anything. So if you are teaching about how to carve, how to paint, there is somebody willing to buy that. So whatever you know, teach it, somebody will pay for it. The millions of people on Udemy, at least one will buy. Very good. Next slide. Hosting and domain reseller. A very good source of passive income. And it has been a source of income for me. This is something that I wish I started a long time ago. Now, you'll notice that we talked about the internet when we were beginning. We mentioned something called a domain. Recently, we registered a domain for Royal Mentorship Program as royalmentorship.org. So that domain, this organization will need to be renewing it every year. What happens is this: When I'm buying that domain, I'll buy it at around 900 shillings there. If it is a .co.ke, I'll buy it at around 700 shillings. When I go to a client, I'll sell to them at around 1,500 shillings. And every year, they will pay for that. Something else that comes with the domain is the space. Where will their website sit? So normally you'll hear of hosting. So it's a space in a computer of someone else. So you will not build your own server rooms, huge computers and all that. No. You just need to talk to companies that are selling hosting, and they will give you a huge package that you can share with your people. So what actually happens, you sell them as a package. You sell a domain and a hosting space. If it's a small website, you'll find that you'll sell the domain and the hosting at around 3,200 per year. That is the market price. And it goes all the way to around 5,000 shillings. So what actually happens, when you create the domain, you'll also create emails for these people. The emails will go something like info@loyalmentorship.org. And people will continually use those emails, and they will print them on their business cards and their letterheads. So come the end of the year, they will feel that they must renew the domain, lest they lose their emails. So you find you have small income. Even if you are making 1,000 bob from each client per year, what actually happens is if you have 100 clients, you already have 100,000. Simply speaking, you have 10,000 per month while in your bedroom without doing anything. Just when the year is about to elapse, you call them and send them invoices, and then they pay and you have your 1,000 shillings. Because of the time limit, we can move to the next one. Yes, there is this thing called referral codes and referral programs. There are quite a number of them, and people have talked about them a lot. What actually happens, I don't know. Some of you have used this jitambulisho in Safaricom, where you dial 456. Then there is the option where you can invite your friends, and if they register for jitambulisho, you get, I think, 20 minutes from Safaricom. If you have used the Uber app, you'll notice that they tell you, invite your friends, and we shall give you something like 200 shillings. If you are using Uber Eats, all those, there are thousands and thousands of businesses that have referral codes. Some of them give you a referral code, and some of them just tell you click here and share with your friends. What is most important with the referrals and referral programs is you must be having an audience. And when I talk of audience, I mean thousands and thousands of people. I have seen people posting adverts on their WhatsApp status, and they think they can make it. Sometimes I sympathize with them because this advert will be seen by only their contact people, their contact list, and maybe of around 500, 1,000 people, so not much traffic. Normally, what you do to get traffic and to get audience is if you're on social media, let's say Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you create something that people love to hear about. You create a Facebook fan page. There is one somebody was showing me yesterday of something like growing up in 80s and 90s was fun. I saw another one called Kilimani Moms and something like that. The owner of that page has a huge number of people who are listening and who are viewing, or what we normally call, who are consuming his or her content. In that case, if they get a referral code or a link from maybe, let's say, Uber, from Branch, from Tala, these loan apps, from anywhere, they will just come post there. If there are a huge number of people, there is a chance that there will be people who will buy that thing, and that person will earn some money. What I have noted down there, I don't know whether you can see it below on the slide. You have seen the word of referral codes and referral programs. They make money for airtime. So this is not something that you are doing to make millions or to make a living out of it. It will make you adequate money to buy yourself airtime and data bundles. So you are not expecting to make thousands of money from that. Next slide. Website and app development. This is what I do on a daily basis mainly. 90% of the times I'm doing websites, I'm doing web apps and all that. I don't do mobile apps for now, but I can do, but I'm not doing as much because I've specialized mainly on website and app development. One thing you learn about making websites is that if you take a course, let's say on Udemy, you pay just 1,000 shillings, you learn about website development. It will take you around 2 months to learn how to do a nice website, a nice professional website. Even before you become an expert in the area, you can do something like a website for a law firm, for a college, for a school, and all that. You just go to a college and tell them that I can do a website for you. At that point, you don't have even a portfolio, so you can't show them what you have done before. So what I would do on my, what I did when I was starting, I would go to a place like a college, a lawyer, a surveyor, firm, and all that. Tell them I can do a website for you. So you don't pay me. Once I build it for you, if you like it, you pay me. Within 2, 3, 4 months, I had a portfolio of 5 good websites. So when now I'm going to the next client, I tell them I've done these 5 websites and they can see them. And at that point, I can tell them you have to pay 40% deposit. So a website takes normally around 2 days to develop. And in Kenya, you'll find that the price of a website is between 15,000 to mainly 15,000 to 30,000. So normally you'll not do it in 2 days and deliver. You normally do it within 2 days, then unanyamaza kidogo. Because if you deliver it very fast, the client may think that you are making money too fast. They don't pay if you deliver very fast. So you take your time, you take like 1 week, then you take to them the first preview, they give you a feedback. At that time, you are working on another one, and you find that at the end of it, you make between 12,000 to 20,000 profit on every website. It's a very enjoyable thing. It's something that then over time, you find that there is something very good about it. When you do the website, you are also the one to sell them the hosting and the domain. So that client will be yours forever. They will be hosting with you, they will be doing the domain with you. So over time, you make some good cash. So you get huge number of people you have worked for, they are paying for the domain renewals and the hosting renewal, and you get something very nice over time. Yes, I think we are through with the slides. Yes. So thank you very much. I can see I've spent 10 minutes of almost 10 minutes of your time. My name is Chomba again. For those who have joined late, I work with Techmatic. We build websites, we do search engine optimization. I didn't talk about search engine optimization because I assumed some of you don't know some programming and that you may need that. And we also do emails and all that. Yes. My number is on the screen. Yes. So somebody is asking how I do websites. There are two ways of doing websites mainly that can make sense in Kenya. I know there is another third one that I will not talk about because it didn't make sense in Kenya. Number one, there is what we call WordPress. WordPress is easy to use, it's easy to learn, but you'll have to buy some plugins, you'll have to buy some themes, and all that and all that. Sometimes you'll find that it becomes a little bit more expensive. The website needs a bit of maintenance and it occupies more space. So the hosting you'll need more space. Let's say at least 500 MB to 1 GB, at least 1 GB. Then there is the method that I use, which is the coding itself, HTML, CSS, JavaScript for the front end, and sometimes I do the back end where I use Node.js myself. There are some people who use PHP. There are several languages. When you start learning website design, you learn all those languages. Now, if I have a website, I can develop, mainly I develop using HTML, CSS, because number one, the website doesn't need maintenance. Once I install it, I am comfortable. But there are some websites that you have to do with WordPress because of the advantages that come with WordPress. A good example is a website that deals with blogs or news. So the owner of the website should be able to log in. This is somebody who doesn't know how to program and write posts. So in that case, WordPress works best. Okay, I think that question is well answered. Then there is that other question that somebody has asked about between .co.ke, .com, .org, which is better. .co.ke is best for businesses that are focused mainly in Kenya. I have seen somebody who logged in from Uganda. They have .co.ug. If a business is mainly targeting businesses in that country, go for the domain of that country. If it's a commercial business that is targeting international market, you go for the top level domain that we call .com. .com stands for .commercial. So you can get .com for international reach. .org refers to organizations. That is the church, a program like this one, and such. You'll see others like .ac.ke, that is for primary schools, for colleges. You'll see another one .sc.ke that goes for mainly primary schools. And there are several others. There is .io, .mobi, .biz. There are several others, but I think I've answered the question.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. Guys, do you feel like you can make money already? You know, I've spotted so many opportunities. I'm like, man, I think I think for me, actually, what I'm thinking in my head, in fact, that's what I told my wife. All I need is time. If I get time, then I can make some extra money. So, well, just because my time is a bit engaged. What about some of us now? We are the people who are here. We have a lot of time. We are even wondering, like university students. I know we have enough of them here. You are wondering, what do I do with all this time? Okay, there you go. Money is there. And somebody is saying you never talked about email. That is Sam. And
yes.
Well, I also had a question around USSD. I just wanted a clarification. Did you say that not the USSD and what the emails? Not emails. Let me see this the slides. SMS, yeah, bulk SMS. Somebody
yes.
with zero tech can do that as well.
Yes, let me explain. When you go to somewhere like a company like Advanta or Infobip, or Techmatic, we shall give you, you shall just give us your details and we shall create for you a portal, a dashboard where you can register your customers. And once you register them, they get a password and a username. They can log in and send emails. So you don't need to know anything about tech. You don't need to know anything about tech to sell SMS. USSD is a bit technical, but what actually happens is if you are not a technical person, if you get a client who needs the USSD, the company that is providing you with the service, they will do all the tech for you and you'll remain with the money. So that is it. Then something about emails. You'll find that people want premium emails. So there are emails like the Gmail. Gmail is not free unless Google is consuming you. So you'll find that companies have, they use Gmail, you are being used by Gmail if you're not paying for it. Let's say for instance, Gmail charges around $5 per month to create a Gmail account for a company. You can request to become a reseller of Gmail and you'll be earning a commission from that. Google will guide you on that. Then something else, there is another one that is slightly cheaper and it is very popular and actually it is more powerful than Gmail. It's called Zohomail. Z-O-H-O, then mail from Barua. That one goes for around 90 shillings per month. And companies are willing to pay for that. So you'll find that a company needs so you go to a law firm, has 10 lawyers. So they create 10 emails. So you'll find that maybe you are selling an email to them at 150 shillings. And from there you can find that you are making some profit every month. So check Zoho Mail, check Google Business. It is called Google Business Suite. It's a complete package. Yes. Somebody is asking me to remind them the companies that sell bulk SMS. Number one is Techmatic. We are talking with the CEO right now. There is another one called Advanta SMS. There is another one called InfoBip. InfoBip, BIP. There is another one called Africa is Talking. Africa is Talking, yes.
Wow. Thank you very much, Chomba. I want you to say, there's something you've said, and I know you told me the other day, it blew my mind. And I want you to now break it down just a little, maybe even in 2 minutes. You told me this: if I go online and I'm not paying anything, then I'm the product, or rather, it's me who is being sold. And I was like, what do you mean? Like now, if I go, and I think you've alluded to the same, when you say, if I go to Gmail and then, I'm using Gmail for free, of course, we use Gmail for free, we use Facebook for free, we use everything for free. At least I pay for Zoom. I don't use Zoom for free, I pay for it. So I know I'm the product here, but please authenticate that. Tell us, how am I a product?
Okay, now, maybe let me give it as an example. Long time ago, the whites, the Europeans came to Africa. They gave the chiefs mirrors, ile kioo ya kujiona, and they told them, you can have a look at yourself in exchange for this piece of land, this huge piece of land that your community owns. Now, they didn't stop after that. After they went away, they have now come up with something else. I can let you see the photos of your friends and how they are doing, which doesn't really help you. In exchange, I want to know where you are, whom you are with, and every detail about yourself. Then from there, I can market anything I want to you the way I want it. So you'll find that there are some free things. They are not really free. Like a good example, like WhatsApp. WhatsApp, Facebook bought WhatsApp at 21, I think 2.1 trillion Kenyan shillings. How do they make money from it? One, once you install it in your phone, they can see whom you are talking to. Nowadays, they cannot see the message, but previously they used to read your messages. They are also putting you on the WhatsApp status where you are creating content for people to view. So in actual sense, you are providing content, entertainment content without being paid. It's like working for Daily Nation, writing articles without being paid. Then from there, Facebook slowly will start putting adverts in the status. So you are attracting people without being paid, and then they use that to pay you. You are using Android, which is free. You are using Gmail, which is free. You are using Google, which is free. Google is slowly correcting your information and using that information to manipulate you. Actually manipulate everything that you do, from voting to dress code. Now that you need nice photos, you have to buy a nice camera and all that and all that. So there is nothing free online. You are either the product or you are paying for the product. If you are not paying for the product, you are the product itself.
Well, okay, guys, I want to see in your reactions in the chat. I think that one made me feel like I wanted to get out of WhatsApp when how can I be a product? Now again, you are like,
okay.
How do I leave WhatsApp?
Okay.
You know.
Right now, I think it is very hard to leave those platforms. They have already enslaved you. So you're already their slave. If you try to leave Facebook, you'll still come back.
So sad. Okay, thank you. I can see some reactions there. This was a productive session. Somebody, Peter Oluoche, is saying that he expected to hear about Bitcoin's Forex. Those are other opportunities. We could have another session about that. Thank you for also saying that you can train on that. We can always talk after this. And then, yes, learned a lot. Shutterstock has been shared there, the link. How about Zoom meetings? How can you make money? Please tell us. Maybe I need to know more about how I can make money. I have a paid account. But yes, and now that you have asked that, Becky, church kesho, musiende church ile ya Zoom ya 40 minutes alafu mnakuwa interrupted na niko na account hapa. I usually offer that and at a small fee, and that is how I'm able to also replenish. I pay quite some chunk of money for Zoom to have this session. So if I get a few thousands, I'm able to top up and pay the almost 10K that I pay every month for Zoom. So yes, so that's if I was doing it for business purposes, I would at least be making money in that regard. But for now, it's just to replenish and have money. But yes, Nani, Chomba, are there other ways that you can make money?
Yes, what I mentioned at the beginning of this lesson is that there are hundreds or thousands of opportunities that you can, there are thousands of opportunities on the internet, and we couldn't talk about all of them. And actually, we can't talk about all of them, Kabisa. So what actually happens is that you focus on one area. So for instance, I know there are some people who focus mainly on Forex and Bitcoins. Okay, Bitcoins is a cryptocurrency. So it means that it's not a real currency. And there are all the challenges. It fluctuates on the price. So you bet on the fluctuation of the price. I don't know how risk averse you are. So you can try it, but I'm not an expert in the area. There are other ways like Zoom. There is my sister whom I saw online, and she has been teaching on Zoom. So she is a high school teacher. She teaches physics, math. So she gets students who pay for courses. No, who will pay for tuition. So she teaches from the comfort of her room, and she teaches everyone around her. So that's one way you can make money from Zoom. There are all those opportunities. Yes.
Wow.
So
Thank
I've
you.
not mentioned opportunities like Google, like YouTube, blogging. There are so many other opportunities, but what I really wanted to focus on is something that you can easily get into, and the risk is a bit minimum. So you don't want to put your 10,000, or you don't want to spend your 30 hours doing doing videos on YouTube, then you don't get money. So I really didn't want to go to all those ones. I wanted to focus on the ones that I know that they actually work, and that the ones that I know certain people who make a living, not coins, not side hustle, a living from. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It started raining here. Allow me to use the headset so that I can hear. Thank you. I think this is so that this is one, you know, the way you've broken it down, Chomba, I think is amazing. I guess even a Form 4 leaver can still get something, one particular thing that I mean, you've really broken it down so well to the level that everybody can be able to consume something. And what I heard you say in the beginning, all you need is a phone. And the majority of us here, we are only logged in here because we have smartphones. So definitely anybody who is here is a candidate who can start making money. And you know, sometimes I wonder, what is the university teaching us? I mean, why are we being taught every other thing other than where the money is? Because somebody needs to come and tell us that, I mean, start small, start making that 1K per month, 2K, 3K. The other day on Tuesday, we had this guy who was talking about making money in social media. And I asked him, in Kenya, talking of Kenya alone, you know, the people who are making money through social media, YouTube, Facebook, of course, you can listen to that online in our YouTube channel. Go search for Royal Mentorship Program, and you will find the program that we had last week. And of course, he talked broadly on the areas that Nani Chomba has not covered, the social media, you know, Instagram and everything else. And I asked him, the people who are making money on those social media in Kenya, give us the range of especially the high earners. He told us here there are people who are earning $500,000 per month, 1 million per month, just being online. Kushida tu hapo na simu ama na laptop, whatever. But they are just making a lot of money, and this guy does nothing else. The likes of these people we are following, Olois Kina Alai, Robert Alai, we are busy tweeting and retweeting their stuff. They are minting money from us because they just got to know how to do it. And anyway, even if umuchukia saa easy, yes, you will see something that he has posted and you will still like it and still it is. So you build, I mean, it's a question of how you build yourself as a brand. I think we are really getting our eyes opened in a big way. And I think the thing is, I was watching yesterday something about something, of course, it's not a very clean one, that was introduced by this guy called okay, something I think last year. You know, when COVID just came and people started going online, when everybody was complaining and doing everything, there are people who are making, you know, who like Jalas TV started last year. I mean, in COVID situation. And I think he's one of those guys we are being told of who are making a lot of money. So the thing is, there's opportunities all over. And what you've broken up to us today is even these people who say, me stuck in social media. Okay, fine. Don't go to social media, then go to email. There's money there. Go to website. There's money there. I think I like this. I like. I want us to end, but I will not do that before just scrolling through this. Some few comments here. Purity says that I feel like making money. Thanks so much, Matthew and Chomba. Thank you. Vincent, may you remind me on the companies providing the bulk SMS account, please. I think that one has already been handled. Shutterstock.com to advertise saloons. Can I use? I think, Joyce, the answer is yes. I heard Chomba said not really necessarily advertising your saloon, but it's posting photos. Just take photo of anything and everything, post it there. somebody will be willing to buy it. And I had hata kama ni garbage. Umeona garbage, unafikiri so useless, take a photo. Somebody is looking for a photo of garbage. Umepata mchanga ya brown, red soil. I mean, what I had is that take a photo of anything and everything and just put it there and you earn money. And nilisikia ni kama ni pesa mzuri. Then
yes, 30 shillings.
30 shillings per photo, and you are doing nothing
Per
else.
purchase.
Per purchase.
Per purchase.
Oh, per
Yes.
purchase, and it can be purchased 1,000 times depending on how, or as many times as possible. I think that's awesome. That's awesome. I can see Peter has really decided to advertise himself. Peter, you can pay the advertisement fees here. My M-Pesa number is, somebody can post the M-Pesa number there. You can see Peter has really advertised himself. Providing content for free as an entertainment. Yes, Ruth, now you caught the spirit. For us, we are doing it for free to entertain, but somebody else is making money. Yes. I can see people who are reacting badly when you discovered you have been the product all along. Amazing discussion, product and no or no product category. Julian, that was my blowing, my friend. Julian Asage said, never use Gmail, never be on social media. Peter Oliwache is saying never be on social media. Chomba has told us it's already too late. We are already there and we can't do nothing about it. William Kamau says it's wonderful. Yeah, if you are not paying for a product, you are the product itself, powerful, giving. Vincent, I will meet you on WhatsApp shortly after this, even if you are giving up on it. Well articulated. The other day they scared us and told us we need to give them authority to access some, to do ABCD. We reacted, our media told us it's wrong, but we are still there. Anyway, we gave them authority and we are there. We are addicted. It's just that we don't know somehow that Google has your very, very secret conversations. Okay, informative. You guys are such a blessing. Thank you, Amy. Kwisha Sisi, tell us something about YouTube views. I think that one, please go and watch the video that we had last week, or this week on Tuesday. The topic was using your social media accounts to make money. It was covered in depth. Please, JM Karaoke. That one will also earn me a subscription on YouTube. Please go and subscribe in my channel. And by the way, it's the channel for this program so that we can also reach as many people as possible. Remember to send us the presentation on WhatsApp. Okay, somebody still wants to retain their presence in WhatsApp even after this. Joshua, I thought you were scared. This is a great conversation with the potential of enabling many livelihoods. Thanks, Matthew. William, I'm so happy to see you here, and I'm happy to hear that you have learned something. Also, Pinterest, there are the thousands that you say that there are so many places that people can make money, even selling photos. I will start now. Yeah, please sell them, Antoinette. It is just, oh, is it a must? You get camera, or one can use their phone on Shutterstock. I know you talked about the photo quality. I want to believe there must be a standard. You can comment on that?
Yes, normally you are competing with so many people. So if you have a very nice camera, let's say over phone, it can work. But if you have a professional camera, the better. Because you are posting your photo and people will select from several photos that are available on Shutterstock. So just make sure that you have a good photo. Yeah.
Thank you. Nice answer. So basically, even if I take one using my phone, I will still upload it, but there are chances that it might not be picked because it's not very good quality. Okay, depending on, again with the camera on my phone. Okay, that's good. Yes. Thank you. So basically the answer is yes. Start where you are, but try the best to get the best quality possible. Where can you post farming shooting you have done with a TV program? Okay, I don't know how to answer that. Do you want to answer Becky that? Chomba? She's asking, I think, where can you post? Yes, go ahead.
The problem with if you did it with a TV program is that the copyright belongs to that TV. But if you did a video yourself, you can post it on Shutterstock and people will buy it. They sell both pictures and videos. You can also do the YouTube. Matthew has mentioned that there is a lesson that was about videos, about social media and YouTube. You can post on YouTube, people view, and you get a few coins from that side.
Thank you very much. I'm also I'm so grateful and glad to have joined. I wish I had learned about Royal Mentorship Program earlier. God bless you. Thank you very much, Sam. It's not too late. We are not stopping. We do this. By the way, can somebody help me, John? Anybody share our WhatsApp link? Maybe there are new people here who do not know about our WhatsApp group. Just join there. You will not miss. Every Tuesday, every Saturday, we are here and we are bringing you powerful content. We have done this for over a year and we are not stopping anywhere. And by the way, when you visit our YouTube channel, you will be able to see what we have done in the past. I told you we have had Peter, people like Waihiga, Mwaura, Kinamasi Masika, and so many others, Professor Bitange, and many others. Even some who are here. Ruth Chalo is here. Lucy Gina is here. She spoke powerfully, and even we even had people coming to pay for a finance training here. So yes, we have wonderful content online. Just get into our YouTube channel. You'll be able to see all that. Okay, thank you. Yeah, now says awesome presentation, Matthew and Chomba. God bless you immensely for the sacrifice. Thank you very much. Now I can only say I receive the blessings in a big way. That's usually my pay. Kila mtu akisema nibarikiwe na barikiwa katika jina la Yesu. Thank you very much. I do not want. I know we have already spent quite some time here, and I want us to go towards finishing. And I will not do that without, of course, allowing Chomba to make his closing remarks. But before he does, as I've said, I am waiting to see the WhatsApp link shared there. Sadan, Anne Moshai, John Itonga, anybody, somebody, just go and get our WhatsApp link, share it there, please, and let Anne Migwe, just let people join so that we can, they can also continue enjoying our program. Now, let me make one or two announcements as we finish. This program, as I said, is not starting. We do this, actually we do it. There's somebody who told me after, and is actually a cousin of mine. Towards the end of the year last year, after we had done almost 8 months, I shared a poster and she was interested in the topic and she came inbox akaniuliza, naonanga ukifanya hii kwa status yako kila wiki, in fact that time we were doing it once every 2 weeks, twice every week. So there were so many sessions. Akaniambia, naonanga ukifanya hii, unalipishanga pesa ngapi? Nikamuuliza, umeona poster kama ngapi? Akaniambia, ninaonanga zote. So namuuliza, you've been watching this 8 months and you've never known we do this for free. Well, mimi nafikirianga unalipishanga. So maybe we need to ask our tech guys to be putting a red banner saying free, so that people can stop fearing. Yes, what I want to communicate there is that we have been doing this and we continue doing this for free. And we just want to be impactful and a blessing. Having said that, we have additional programs that we are running on the side which have been birthed through this program. We have a premarital counseling, like for example, we have a class that is going on. We are not recruiting anymore for that class. It's full. It has already taken off. They have already done 2 lessons. And it's wonderful. We have a whole set of couples, people who are planning to get married in the near future. And they do not want just to get accidentally into a marriage and then they discover things in there. They want to come and learn. So we have a class that is running. If you are interested, you can just inbox me. We'll recruit you in the next one, upcoming one. This one, I can assure you, they will be running. This time we decided it will be going for 3 months. The first one, we just want to run one of them. But after that, once we see how it's going, we most likely will be even running several concurrently because we have seen a lot of interest. People do not want to make mistakes. And therefore, that is one. We have professionals who are doing that. I thank God he has helped me to connect with people. And there are people who are volunteering or offering that. And then I have a mentorship program. This is where we have mentors and mentees. That is what we individualize, call it individual, because what we do here is mentorship basically. But we do not go into, you have so many things that you want some, like now you may want Chomba now to do hand holding for you, to help you, work with you. And now we have crafted one program that is doing that. One-on-one, and it's running. We have so many. Actually, I just ask people to volunteer to be mentors and others to request for mentors. And interestingly, I got more mentors than even the mentees. I think we have 33 people who volunteered to be mentors. And many of them, actually several of them are speakers who have spoken here in the past. So you can be sure we are talking of quality people. And then we also have mentees. I think we have like 29 or 30 people who have asked to be mentored in specific areas. And what we are doing is connecting the two so that you can be mentored. So if you're interested in that, again, you can inbox or you can ask in the WhatsApp group. Somebody will share with you the link. And then that one is open. We will continue recruiting both the mentors and the mentees. Just feel free to do that, to request. We'll post it in the group, and then you can be a blessing to somebody because with the little that you have. That thing that we are running is what? Somebody remind me. Now zinakuwa mingi mpaka naanza kusahau. Okay, before I go to the third thing, because there's something that is keeping my mind, is we are having a conference that is coming up. The first physical conference, June 26th. I know you will ask me, what about social distancing? At least what about curfew and the lockdown and what have you? We hope that the barriers will have been lifted by then, but at least I understand the people who are within the county. This will happen in Nairobi, but anybody in Machakos and Thika and those counties, Kajiado, Nakuru, and Nairobi, they can attend. We have not been restricted from conducting that. And we have great speakers. Some of the speakers that we have had here, at least confirmations. I have confirmations from Charles Kajama, you know him, top lawyer in this country. He will be one of the speakers. Wahiga Mwaura will be one of the speakers. The Masi Masika will be there. We will be having also, who else? I'm waiting for a confirmation from Dr. Wale Akiemi, and of course a few others that we are looking forward. We are looking at having, and it will be a whole day event. And one thing, the unique bit about this, and we are so clear, we have spoken to the speakers, that it will not be hit and, come hit and go. It will not be like somebody like Wahika comes and speaks for 30 minutes and then he goes. No, they will be with us the whole day. We will also have an interactive session where it's a panel, but also one-on-ones as much as possible, even if it's just 5 minutes for you to just have an interaction with such kind of a person. So we will be having them the whole day. And that's what we have requested of them, and they are willing because they are out to mentor. They want to come and even have a rub-off. So because I know if it's a question of you listening to some of these people, you can go online and listen to their topics, them speaking to us. But getting an opportunity to interact with them for even if it is 2 minutes or 3 minutes is a game changer. That one is coming in June. Immediately after, maybe in the next, shortly after this, even if not today, we will be sharing a link for registration. We want to start registering people as soon as immediately, those ones who are interested. Yeah, and we take it a notch higher, and it will be big. You can here we are having the people and definitely any one of you will be looking forward to definitely have an interaction with them. The last thing I was forgetting, and is very, very powerful, we just began a university chapter for university students. You saw last week, the Tuesday session that we started, this week, not last week, it is targeting mainly the university and college students. Sorry for my shaking image. We want to be able to also now go deeper and impact the university students. When we shape the things that we have been doing here, and this program, if I ask by the show of hand, how many people here are above that? I mean, if you will feel free to share. Myself, I am. Just lift your hand. Let's see. Anybody who is above that here?
Yes.
Yes, just let me see by show of hand. You can just do a clap or a thumbs up or something. I want to see whether I have people. Okay, there are only 2. Okay, so interesting. They above that ni wazee hawajui kunini, hawajui digital hand, lifting a digital hand. Now you can see, if I was doing a survey, and I'm sure you can see the hands are still coming up. There are more, 5, 6, whatever, thumbs up, and so on and so forth. Most likely, the people who are above that here are even more than 50%. Now, because the content we have been bringing is relevant to them, and which is a great thing. But now, what about the students? Why are people above that here who are working class? If I asked about 40, I know we will still find some. Why are you here still? It's because the things that you are learning here, they are so real and they are so practical for life today, but you did not get an opportunity to learn them earlier. My intention and dream is to help the university students learn those things while they are still in the university. By the time you're coming out here, you already know how to answer your interview questions. You already know how to write an award-winning CV. You already have a hustle, like the ones we have just talked about. You know how to earn money online. You already know, such kind of skills, which for us, we are learning when you are almost 40. But for you, you will be able to learn them when you are at 30, you are at 20, 21. And therefore, that's the reason as why we opened that club. And so if you have not joined and you are a university student, again, ask, just ask in the WhatsApp group. We will be able to share with you the details. We actually have a WhatsApp group specifically for university students. And right now, I know somebody can tell me, but I guess we are over 160. And that was started on Tuesday this week. Was it? Yes. And and of course, we will be taking it a notch higher. We'll even be going to clubs, forming clubs in the universities, and now having mentors, specific. I want to be able to, Nairobi University, they through Royal Mentorship Program, we bring them, the members of our club, we bring them a coach like Ruth here, Ruth Chalo, who is here. She comes and speaks to them and also, shares with them life experiences and possibly picks one or two to mentor them when they are still in the university. And even when they are coming back, she's already a senior manager somewhere. I will not tell you where. When you are coming back, you are coming out of school, most likely you already have a job because you have been interacting with the right people. That's exactly what we want to do. We help you interact with the people who are in business, and you possibly get a mentor in the process. So yeah, watch this space. Watch this space. And definitely what I can tell you, I'll not be able to do this alone. If you want to volunteer to help in some of these things, there are so many. You just plug in somewhere. Just plug in somewhere you can help. And by the way, Matthew is never paid, so I will not also be able to pay you, but you can volunteer and be a blessing. Maybe one day God will pay you, just as I believe one day He will pay me. So God bless you so much. I think I've already cast the vision, and we have a lot that is going and a lot that is taking place, and we are going far. That can only tell you that we are going far. Having said that, I know it has been a long one. Today I decided to take a little more time than I do in terms of giving the details of what we have in coming. But yes, watch this space. Having said that, let me take back the meeting to not the meeting, but let me allow our speaker to make his closing remarks, and then I will allow you, Ruth, if you are still here. Yes, you are. Ruth will pray for us. Is Lucy Gina here still? Ruth will make a closing prayer for us. And if Lucy is here, okay, I can't see her. I think she left. Yeah, so I like recognizing the speakers who have been here in the past because they have shaped us, they have helped us to be where we are today. So Ruth, you will say hi to people and then make a closing prayer for us. Yes, Chomba. Yes, and sorry, before Chomba goes, Chomba, he said that I was their pastor. It's not correct. I know I'm slightly older. I'm slightly older than him by a few years, but we were in a Sunday school together. His dad was a pastor. Myself, I was a Sunday school member, but I was a bit ahead of him. And you are doing an amazing job. This guy, I saw him, his photos online, splashed online with the big guys, big shots, like Manu Chandaria. He's an innovator and doing great things and transforming this country right from campus days. And especially for university students, if you really want somebody who can shape you, which year were you that time when you are coming up with that banking system in the university?
Was it that year?
Yeah, well, in that year, he was already interacting with the likes of Manu Chandaria and so many other people, and the likes of Central Bank of Kenya. I mean, talk of guys who are doing great things. Thank you very much. Back to you. Yes, Chomba, make your closing remarks and then we can allow Ruth to close for us. Okay, can you hear me, Chomba? Or are you talking? Maybe, I don't know, there's my network or yours. Can we hear Chomba? Anybody, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear.
Oh, you can hear me. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. I don't know whether Chomba is Okay, it's like we lost him. It's like we lost him. Okay, Ruth, you can be saying hi as we get him back to just make his closing remarks.
Thank you so much, Matthew, and good evening, everyone. It's a great pleasure to be here tonight and to learn together with each and every one of us. It's always been a wealthy place, a Royal Mentorship Program. Yeah, it's been quite a journey. We've learned together. I remember the session I took us through was about living our worth life legacy. And what Chomba is doing is just living his legacy, ensuring that he's impacting many others. And thank you so much, Matthew, for always bringing all these powerful people to us so that we can also be able to be helped in living that worthwhile legacy. So we are so much grateful. God bless you together with the rest of the team. And we continue to grow together. We continue to help each other. We continue to support each other because whatever we learn here, it's ours for implementation. It's ours for taking some action, not just to be inspired and feel wow, because I always love taking feedback and asking, especially for most of the people that I work with or I mentor, what action steps do you take? Because that is what makes the difference. We have to be intentional in everything to be exceptional. And that way we can be standing out, not to be regarded as the same with every other person. So I don't know whether we should pray or we should wait for Chomba.
He is back. He is back. Chomba, sorry, we lost you, but you can go ahead and make your closing remarks, then we will pray. You are muted. You are muted. Just unmute.
Okay, so I'm saying I'm grateful for the time. Thank you for the opportunity to talk to everyone. I think some of you have, almost all of you have learned something you can do, and it will be my pleasure to see you succeed. My phone number, I've seen some people asking about my phone number or my contacts. My phone number is 0722 898480. On the slides, I think slide number 2 and the last slide, there is my number 2. So you can get my numbers from there, 0722 898480. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chomba. We really, really appreciate. God bless you so much, so richly. Thank you for offering to do this to us. And as I've always said, the fact that we don't pay the speakers, it doesn't mean it is cheap. It is expensive. Yes, it is offered for free, but it is expensive. I'm sure if Chomba was making this presentation somewhere in town, you know, I'm sure you would charge quite a number of thousands. But thank you very much, Chomba. So for the audience, grab something, run with it. That's the only important thing that you can do as a way of appreciating even the value that is in the program. Yeah, back to you.
Thank you so much once again, Matthew. And thank you so much, Chomba. We had appreciated in absentia, but now in our presence, we still want to appreciate you. We are all beneficiaries, and we can only take up some action and to be able to see that which you've done, that every minute tonight was worthy our sitting in here. So the Lord bless you. Let's pray. Father, in the name of Jesus Christ, we are grateful. Grateful for this evening that you've given unto us, and you've gathered us together to be able to seek for knowledge. Your word says that your people perish for lack of knowledge, and all of us, we had faith that we'd be able to sit in here and to action upon a thing, because faith without action is dead. And therefore, we pray for grace, we pray for understanding that which we've been taught tonight, we should be able to put into practice, and we shall be able to benefit from it. Thank you for our facilitator tonight. We speak a special blessing. May you expand these territories and may you increase him in a mighty way. We give you glory even because of Matthew and the team that has come up with this. Lord, we also want to speak a special blessing upon them, because you're the one who sits in the secret and you repay in the public. And we thank you that even being offered for free here, that you've enabled us to be able to sit in. Thank you for each and every participant. I speak a special blessing. You'll meet them at the points of their need. And even as we prepare to go to rest tonight, we pray that you're going to watch over us, you're going to protect us, yes, you're going to be with us, because the Bible says, unless you watch over a city, the watchmen do it in vain. And I will pray, entrusting ourselves and our loved ones unto you, that we may be watched of you. We honor you and we exhort you, even as we thank you this far, not taking anything for granted, but blessing your name for the opportunity and for the privilege to be able to connect. We worship you and we adore you, for we pray this, believing and trust in Jesus' name. Amen. The Lord bless you.
Amen. Amen. God bless you all. Have a good night. Or as always, our anthem is the one which is coming. You can stay on to listen to it, but again, you are free to leave at your pleasure. I think I've not put in the sound. Let me put the sound so that you can hear. This is our anthem. We always play it.
I love you, Lord. Oh, your mercy never fails me. And all my days I've been held in your hand. From the moment that I wake up until I lay my head, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God.